He started coaching when I was going into 7th and 8th grade, and he was a really tough coach. You wanted to do everything for him.
He picked us up when we were 7th graders. He got us in there, and he was teaching us to block and how to catch, and he taught us a few plays and stuff like that. And so he recognized our group, I think, very early on. We had a bunch of really good athletes.
We expected a lot from us, the athletes. And of course, we wanted to give our best for him. He was a tough disciplinarian, he was a good man. When you played for him, he demanded that you give him the best. You had to prove that you were a good athlete.
Mr. Cole always had a fire in his belly, as they used to say. He wanted to win, and he was always figuring out ways to win. He was always after you to do your best. He was always talking about how to do better.
I think he was a disciplinarian, and I think by being a disciplinarian, he taught you to stay in line, do what you're supposed to do, and do your best.
I guess the competitiveness, he always said, never think you can't win. Always look and assume that you're going to win. Play like you're going to win. He said the other team will notice that. He would challenge us individually what somebody else would do. And he was always talking about do your best. You could beat him. He was always challenging us to do better. You could always do better. You could outrun him. You could catch the pass. Don't let him beat you. So we were always competing against each other.
He didn't mess around. He was a good coach. He was kind to you, but also very stern. He demanded the right idea, which I'm glad, because I think it helped me become a good athlete by always, doing my best in front of any coach that I ever played for.
He was always a very honorable man. He insisted that you never cheat. He said cheating will always hurt you more than it does the other guy. So he was always after us to be competitive, but to be honest and do our best and always respect the other team.
My biggest thing is I'm just really happy that he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. Because I think if anybody ever played for him, he got the best out of him. He thought what giving it all and self-discipline was. And so I think that's the kind of coach that he was. And I think when I became a coach, I wanted to try and mimic him.
He had a lot of personal characteristics that we all wanted to emulate. He was always the guy that did the right thing. He said, you got to do the right thing even if it hurts. And he was right about that. He made us all be better people around him. You were trying to be a better person.